Okay guys, behind me is the completed Supermoto that I've been working on for the last months. Now, it's obviously not this GS, it's sitting behind the GS, and I'm about to take it to an old abandoned pass and let it rip. Let me show you guys exactly how awesome this thing sounds with the new Akrapovic? The new titanium exhaust system. It sounds absolutely mint. Let me show you guys. Okay, so I've arrived here at the old pass and look at this view. Isn't it just wonderful? But I like this. Look at that thing. So you can see now the custom sticker kit that I got. I think it looks absolutely incredible. It's quite windy up here. I hope that doesn't affect the audio too much. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the bike for you and let you hear this beautiful titanium exhaust sound. And then I'm going to go for a rip up and down this pass, and when I get back I'll come back here and then talk to you about what exactly I've done to the bike, the whole story right from the beginning of when I started and got this thing, why I actually got it, and then the story of building it into what it is now. Okay, let me start it for you and show you that exhaust sound. That's very upsetting. Not starting. Yes, this had me worried. I had to jump start it before I left, and I thought I'd got up here to the middle of nowhere and now it wasn't going to start. If you heard what the bike sounded like beforehand, you'll know that this is a massive improvement. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, let me go for a ride and show you guys the bike. Just want to turn up the idle a bit here. Still got a carburetor. Do not want to stall this thing now and then have it not start on me. Need to replace the battery so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, here we are at the top of the pass. As you can see, the roads are not that nice. Obviously it hasn't been maintained in a while. This road is actually closed. It's been somewhat abandoned, so yeah, now it's just fun for riding up and down. Just got to be careful of all the potholes and trees and stuff. Okay, so let me just cruise around now and explain exactly this bike. So, what is this bike? Shit, that's bumpy. So this thing is a 2005 Husqvarna SM510. It's a 500cc single that makes a claimed 60 horsepower and 15 newton meters of torque. And attached to this is a full Akrapovic system, so it sounds absolutely mint. What's so nice about a single is that they're just ridiculously torquey. let's go down. I think this is second gear now. Just come straight up. Third gear, give it a little bit of a come straight up as well. This thing is just so much torque. Plus it only weighs about 110 kilos, so that just makes it ultimate hooligan machine, true to Supermoto nature. Alright, so now why did I buy this thing? Right, I have a GS. It's a much better bike for off-roading, much better bike for commuting, and the main reason that I bought this thing, besides just to have fun on, is because I actually wanted to learn how to work on bikes. So I bought this and another parts donor bike for quite a deal, and this thing was not running when I found it. There was an electrical issue which meant that as soon as you would connect the battery it would just short circuit. So I rebuilt the whole wiring harness to make sure I don't have that problem again. But yeah, I got this thing running. The engine is still running strong, so I haven't needed to rebuild. Whoa, it's bumpy. Can't even talk. The engine's still running strong, so I haven't had any need to rebuild that. But what I did do was I stripped the entire thing apart, replaced all the bearings, and then I took everything off. I had the chassis resprayed from a silver that was just sprayed with spray paint by the previous owner, and so it was chipping and rusting, so I had that all sandblasted off and epoxy coated gloss black, which I think looks really nice. And then yeah, I fixed up a lot of the little things, so I took apart all the brakes and everything and cleaned them out, made sure they're operating fine. The brake pads were okay. Obviously the fluids and stuff have all been replaced. There's no point in doing any work and then not replacing the fluids, so all the fluids have been replaced. The front shocks, there was a leaky seal, so I had the shocks rebuilt and also re-chromed. That leaky seal was unfortunately a result of it having stone chips on the chrome and then rusting. So I rebuilt the front shocks, and then from there was pretty much all this extra stuff to make it road legal. I had little mirrors. This is new, but that's just because the old one was broken. I've got different, let me stop the bike so I can show you guys. Well, I've got to leave it running for the headlights. So here you can see the headlights. I wired up this here, which has got all the functionalities, and these strips on the side, which are dual purpose indicator strips. You can see there the one's still lighting and the other one's indicating. So that's a neat system. And then on the back here I've got a single strip tail light, which also has built-in LEDs and brake light as well. It all lights up brighter when you press the brakes. Then I had to wire in the speedo, the ignition because it doesn't come with one, and then this voltmeter so that I know what the battery's at. Then I've got these things, 3D printed them for Insta360 mounts, but I actually forgot the bolts, so I need to put those in so I can actually hook up the cameras. I rebuilt the carb as well, replaced all the hoses and stuff in there. A lot of the silicon that was having some issues. The chain and sprockets, they're on my list to replace, but it's not urgent, so I'm going to first figure out if I like this gearing ratio before I switch anything. So then the final thing for cosmetics was, I wrapped the exhaust pipe in that fiberglass wrap because it honestly just helped so much. Yeah, the heat it's a lot of heat that comes off that exhaust pipe, and it's right next to your leg with no protection. So wrapped in fiberglass, I feel like that looks pretty cool and protects your leg nicely. So then the last thing was this graphics kit. I had this designed by Bandit Graphics up in Joburg, and they shipped it down to me. Then I just took the plastics and basically resprayed them black and then stuck the stickers on. You can't find any plastics. Even worldwide, finding plastics for this bike is a problem, but here in South Africa it's no-go. No parts for this thing. So I picked the best ones out of this bike and the donor bike, and then I had to cut away this section here. It was damaged, but I quite like the look. Took it away on both sides and just gives a very different look to the bike. I very much like it. But yeah, So this sticker kit was made there in Joburg and they sent it down to me. I just resprayed everything and then stuck them on. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, being my first time sticking on sticker kits, there were some errors, but I can live with them. I can certainly live with those. Yeah, but I mean, even though this bike is going on 20 years old now, next year 2025 this thing will be 20 years old, but it still works phenomenally well. It works supremely well. I mean, the front it's got Mazzocchi 50mm forks, and at the back it's got Öhlins rear suspension. So I mean, this thing it's good. Brembo's all around as well. Husqvarna built this bike well. It's absolute joy to ride. So yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing some videos with me running around the Supermoto, just having a blast. Also, it's a great teacher for wheelies. As you can see, I need the help because I'm not that good yet. So for now I'm just doing power wheelies. I haven't had the courage to get it up to balance point just yet, but hopefully soon. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is pretty much wraps up the video. Just wanted to do a little update on the Sumo and exactly what's happening here. Let me know what you think of the bike in the comments. Yeah, I do actually, also let me just do a shameless plug here, because why not. I do have an Instagram account, which is, I'll put it in the description of this video. I want to try start making some short form content, like some reels and stuff about me, about bikes, stuff like that. So yeah, go follow that down below, like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, please don't like the video. Let me know why you didn't like it, that'd be helpful. But yeah, other than that, cheers.